Hello there, everyone. If you're watching this video, then you are part of the TTOR Army, an army that is building itself up one subscriber at a time. Now, as you can see from the title of today's video, today we're going to be talking about Joe Biden. It's been a while since we've talked about Joe Biden or his administration on my channel. But the reason why we're going to be making this video today is because, well, the legacy media basically just told Joe Biden to shut up. They basically just told him to stop speaking in public because of the horrible gaffes that he just commits over and over and over in public, whether they be word salad or him just saying stupid stuff or him having dementia moments. Whatever the case is, he just commits these kind of mistakes so frequently and so often, and his handlers are having to scramble so hard to cover for him that the legacy media now is coming out and saying, you know what, Joe, you just need to stop speaking publicly. Let your handlers do all the talking for you. So in 2021, after Biden and his administration took office, basically their whole administration has been a disaster. Joe Biden has been a disaster. His policies, the few that he actually tried that are actually policies, they've been total disasters. He's been a gaffe master. Every time he speaks publicly, just has dementia moments everywhere, word salad everywhere. Basically, Joe Biden can't form a coherent sentence half of the time, and half the time he can't even leave his basement in his home in Delaware. So he's basically been a no-show half the time, and when he is there, he's a total disaster. He's easily the worst president we've had. And throughout 2021, the alternative media and the independent content creators who cover news and politics, they pointed out that the legacy media was essentially refusing to criticize Biden during this entire time. They handled him with kid gloves. They treated him the opposite of the way they treated Donald Trump. When Donald Trump was in office for 4 years, they were his mortal enemies. They would never shut up, and they would never stop harassing and criticizing Trump, no matter what he said and did. They took the total opposite approach when it came to Biden. And so how did the legacy media respond to what the independent creators and what the alternative media was pointing out? As you can see from this Washington Post article from December 3rd, 2021, the legacy media said that they treat Biden just as badly, if not worse, than Donald Trump, which is outlined in this Washington Post article. The media treats Biden as badly as or worse than Trump. Here's proof. And then, after falsely claiming that they were treating Biden just as badly, if not worse, than Donald Trump, about 8 days later, December 11th, 2021, The Soapbox put out an article titled, "Is Criticizing Joe Biden a Danger to Democracy?" The subtitle says, "As concerns mount over the future of free and fair elections, a debate has broken out about whether the media must protect Biden to save the republic." And so after falsely claiming that they criticized Biden just as badly, if not worse, than Donald Trump, the legacy media came out and said, we need to stop criticizing Joe Biden. Because you see, we've been criticizing him just as bad or worse than Donald Trump. And if we don't stop criticizing him, it's a danger to democracy. In order to save the republic, in order to save America, we have to stop criticizing Joe Biden. Well, it has been almost 5 months since they said this, and now it seems that the legacy media has ignored their previous advice, and now they're criticizing Joe Biden again. More specifically, the Wall Street Journal just put out an article titled, "The President Should Avoid Public Speaking." Subtitle says, "At least when the topic is important." This article came out 2 days ago, was written by James Freeman. Article says, "Some issues are just too important to be left to an unscripted Joe Biden. This is not CNN, and your humble correspondent is not a doctor, so this column will not be offering a long-distance diagnosis of the president's mental health or an assessment of how his cognition compares to that of other world leaders. But these are dangerous times, and we should all be much safer if Mr. Biden would make greater use of prepared statements on subjects such as, for example, weapons of mass destruction." And so it says, 2 months after a bumbling press conference in which Mr. Biden implied that a minor incursion by Russia into Ukraine might be tolerable to the U.S. and its allies, the president flew to Europe this week and somehow ended up taking questions from reporters at NATO headquarters in Brussels. Yes, it's important for all of us to be able to hear from our elected officials and to assess the content of their remarks as well as the skill and conviction with which they advocate for their policies, but this particular elected official does not appear to be up to the task. While we consider the implications, Mr. Biden should try to say as little as possible in public during an international crisis. Wow. So they basically just told Biden, shut up while the adults handle this. But then we skip down to the end of the article and we read, a good number of us will cling to the belief that the president was confused and didn't understand what he was saying, which is all the more reason for him to avoid deviating from a prepared text in this perilous time. Of course, presidential silence is not a long-term strategy, but right now the world doesn't need more Biden misstatements on issues as consequential as weapons of mass destruction. So in other words, Joe Biden's public speaking gaffes, his dementia moments, his word salads are getting so bad that after saying that we needed to avoid criticizing Biden in order to save democracy, the legacy media is now telling Joe Biden, dude, just shut up. Stop speaking in public and let the adults who still have a mind left handle this. Just go hide in your basement and we'll take care of this. Just stop speaking in public. You're embarrassing us and you're destroying our agenda every time you open your mouth. That's basically where we've come to as far as Joe Biden and his administration goes and where the legacy media has gone. They've gone from not criticizing Biden at all to falsely claiming that they were criticizing him just as bad, if not worse, than Trump, and then saying in order to save the republic, in order to save democracy, we needed to stop criticizing Joe Biden. And now Joe Biden's getting so bad that they're saying that, Joe, you need to stop speaking in public. That's how far we've come in the past 14 months since Biden and his administration took power. And that's how bad things have gotten in the past 5 months. The legacy media has literally gone from stop criticizing Biden in order to save the republic to, hey, Biden, stop speaking publicly. You're embarrassing us. The things you're saying are nonsensical. They're weird, they're silly, they're stupid, they're dementia moments, they're not even coherent sentences. Just stop speaking publicly, dude. That's basically where we've gotten to at this point. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked what you saw and you want to help me go from being a part-time to a full-time content creator, then I would encourage you to subscribe to my channel, check out my other videos, and leave your likes and comments down below. If you'd like to help me preserve freedom of speech on the internet, you can join Creation Social, which is my open source alt-tech alternative to Facebook and Gab. And in the future, I'll be rolling out a video sharing site of my own. So if you want to help support that and make that happen, you can also help out with that through the various payment methods that we have. You can use the payment methods to pay for Creation Social, the future video sharing site, and anything else related to TTOR. First way you can do that is become an active monthly subscriber to the TTOR Subscribe Star account. We have $1 tiers, $5 tiers, $20 tiers, $25, $50, and even $100 tiers. And if we have at least 5 active subscribers at all times, your money can actually be paid out to me so I can use it for the TTOR Creation Social projects. The other way you can donate to TTOR and Creation Social and anything related to those two things is you can go to any one of my individual Joshu TV videos, click on the Send a Tip button, and that will take you to my tip jar page where you can donate to TTOR through PayPal. You can purchase products from our Teespring store, both TTOR and Creation Social products. You can also donate to my Coffee page. And if you have Bitcoin, you can send it to my Joshu TV wallet. So those are all the different ways that you can support TTOR financially as far as crowdfunding platforms go. Another way you can support TTOR, Creation Social, and everything related to those things financially is you can go to Amazon and purchase one of my books. There's Another Inconvenient Truth, What Secular America Hates. And then there's Another Inconvenient Truth too, Defending Young Earth Creationism. Both books are available as a Kindle download and a paperback on Amazon. You can also download them as PDF files off of the TTOR Teespring store, and they're also available on the Creation Social Marketplace. Thank you for watching, and have an excellent day.